show you the reality of what it looks like waking up after walking, I don't know, many kilometers. That many. I'll put the number here. Each night I'm dressing in warmer clothes. Like this night I slept with a puffy and also with this wool jacket on. So good. Anyway, this is my shop. Look at it. You tell me if that's messy or not. I don't think it is, but I'm a pretty tidy person, you know, minimalism and everything. But you lose that kind of habit pretty fast on this kind of trail, so you just get so tired that you stop caring. Yeah, I'm not even annoyed by having to pick all this crap up. And then I'm gonna dispose of my toothpaste spit mix and walk up the hill with my hiking buddy. Hopefully get a nice coffee and a stamp in my trail book. I woke up rather late that day, around 9 I think. Then we went up to Alesjaure station to get coffee and make porridge, but we didn't want to sit down for too long because it looked like it would rain. Alesjaure has nice facilities, a little shop and a library, also places inside to sit for their guests. And those privies, dude. In retrospect, I'm not sure if I was hallucinating, but I remember that you could do your business there literally on the rocks. From here our hike continues, and with it the change of landscape behind every corner, going from being surrounded by higher mountains to more of a plateau scenery, with a lot of rocky sections again. But of course nothing compared to this valley. That was awesome. What was cool was that there were many accessible places where you could bathe in the river, looking at this beautiful landscape. And I really regret that I didn't just jump in, regardless of being super cold and tired. I definitely want to go back and do that. But at this point we felt like we just had to keep moving. The weather was pretty unpredictable and we wanted to get in as many kilometers as possible before another involuntary cold shower would come our way. At this point the finish line seemed so much closer already, but I felt so depleted from the day before, and I didn't know that this would become the hardest part of the whole trail. It wasn't at all because of the terrain, it was because of the weather. So for the first maybe 1 or 2 hours we had perfect conditions. A mild breeze, the ground was not as muddy and rocky as before, and it all seemed pretty doable. I thought how awesome it would be to spend more time here, how I could never be bored by such beauty, and well, then it started to pour. It's just rain and more rain. And wind. Yeah. Looks kind of fancy though, with the whole rain gear on. And the lake's good. Oh, imagine how this must be when the weather is nice. Smooth. Beautiful. On one side you have this majestic view. This is actually where we are going. And on the other side you have a piece of fucking misery. And my feet, they are 100% drenched. So is my jacket. After a pretty exhausting hike, we finally reached Kieron late in the evening. It was a pretty steep descent and the campsite was close to the river. By the way, lots of knot, which are these tiny little mosquitoes that rip out a little bit of your skin. I believe we then found the last available spot that wasn't a basin, which would fill up with rainwater overnight. Needless to say that none of my stuff was any drier the next morning. Sadly, I have no footage of the hike here. I didn't want to get my camera out in the heavy rain, and being afraid of getting borderline hypothermic, we basically walked non-stop from Alesjaure to Kieron. I look like trash. Okay, read it again.
Never place your stove, campfire, or any other flame source in or near your tent.
Check.
Never use, light, or refuel a stove, lantern, heater, or other heat source inside your tent.
Check.
Never store flammable liquids in a tent.
Check. There we go. Stored in my tent. Nice and cozy.
Never use candles, matches, or other open flames in or near a tent.
Check. Just cooked in the outside.
Never smoke in a tent.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Keep exits clear.
Check.
Death and or serious burns are possible.
Well, I didn't die yet. I'm gonna take my chances and cook in the outside some more because, I mean,
it's raining.
Look at this. This is comfortable just having this there. And here is my stove. It worked like a charm. Okay, so it's on and off for raining. I'm having my moist, almost dry clothes on. And I'm gonna hike in shorts today because I don't want to get the whole pair of pants wet. And I'm gonna put the rain pants, which I got over here. They are still moist, but they're not super wet. So I'm gonna put them over my pants, and then if I get wet, then only my upper pants are gonna get wet. And my shoes, well, let's say they're not in sponge state, but the insoles look like this. I'm not sure what I should do. Yeah, so and that's everything. At least this thing got dry. It's really easy though to dry things. You can put them in a sleeping bag with you overnight and they get dry. And I do that with all my socks if they're not soaking wet. So, finally at the checkpoint. You know what time it is? It's pancake time! Yes! Ah, so good. There's my pancake. That's perfect. Thank you.
And you want some jam?
What kind of jam is it?
It's red jam. Like
Yeah, I take a little bit of, like next to this one. Thank you so much.
And
Thank you. That's enough. Maybe just like a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
That's not a little bit. That's almost nothing.
That's a microscopic amount.
Yeah.
And tea. Yeah, I'm gonna take some tea, I think. Oh, so hot. Pretty hot. I'm gonna have black tea with fruit. I've never seen anything like it before. It's really... That's going to be interesting. I'm documenting my misery.
Yeah.
I just haven't taken many pictures or videos yesterday because it was just pouring so much. I didn't want to do that to my camera, what the rain did to my feet. They are very good.
Good. That's nice to hear.
Yeah. Thank you so much. One of the hosts said that the last 10 kilometers would be like a highway, so like a paved way, really nice. And we're looking forward to this. And meanwhile, we're trying to stay dry. My back is already wet because the backpack was completely soaked, but my feet, they are way better than they were before. It felt pretty good to wake up the next morning and not hear the sound of the rain that kept me company the whole night. After leaving the checkpoint, we soon entered Abisko Nationalpark, which is important because you cannot just camp anywhere in there. And the next campground was actually very close to the finish line. That is why we started contemplating if we should do it all in one go. In the beginning, I felt more like staying at the campground, no matter how ridiculously short the last section would be. But that was also because I really did not want this hike to end. Just looking at the vegetation made clear how close we were to Abisko. Birch trees and less rugged paths, lower hills and less wind. Adventure was coming to an end. This looks ghostly. This last section was so much like the first, but it was way easier. We decided to take a break at Abiskojaure. I believe they offer accommodation as well, and they have a little shop too, but when we arrived there it was closed. That was another nail in the coffin, by the way, since it meant we would not get a nice evening beer there. So why wait another night? Also, the finish line in Abisko would only be open until noon. And I really think that it is a different experience if you arrive there super late compared to when you arrive while there are still other people there. Isn't that a trustworthy sign? So we've made it to Abiskojaure, which has a little shop and yeah, some cabins here, and we will have some snacks now. It's close to the lake, it's really pretty, but some rain is coming in, so we need to hurry. Look at this nice view that we have from our spot. Oh, precious. And there are the clouds that are gonna bring the next downpour. Better have this bread fast. What is it called? Njala? Yeah. That's really good. What is cookies called?
Singoalla.
Singoalla? Oh, they're the best. The Swedish or Finnish?
Swedish.
Best cookies.
Göteborg's kex, you know. Gothenburg.
What he said. Close to the last 10-kilometer mark, and right like a few minutes ago we heard people celebrating there and wooing out loud. So we're gonna take some selfies there, I guess. It's just a few hundred meters. Boy, what a hike. And I had a cell signal way back there. So I sent my family an SMS, like a text message, and I hope they received it. I'm getting more worried by the minute, more worried the closer we get to Abisko, because I don't know what's up. I haven't had cell service in so long, and yeah, I don't know, I just get worried. If I ever do a long distance hike again, I will get one of those GPS emergency things where you pay a lot of money, but you can text your family that you're alright every once in a while. Yeah. Okay, well, let's check it out. There we go, we found the sign. It says 10.5 kilometers are left. So my GPS actually says 9 point something, but I really don't care. It's not much anymore, and very close to the next campsite, which is about 5 kilometers, right? So yeah, let's see if we're gonna stay there tonight, or if we're gonna be so crazy and try to hike the whole thing. slowly getting darker, but it's not really late yet. I actually don't know what time it is yet. I tend to forget about time. It's a good thing, right? Anyway, we are close to the campground. Still no cell reception, so no way to reach my family. And I just have to be patient. At some point I sent my husband a message that we were close to Abiskojaure, and he misread that and thought we were close to Abisko. My 3-year-old daughter got so excited because of that, and then I just couldn't bring myself to tell her she would have to wait another night. That day we made it to the last section. Should we go to the Fjällräven? Only 2 kilometers, right? I mean, or is it? What the fuck? Final 5 kilometers. Everything is starting to hurt again, but we don't want to give up now. We don't want to go to the campsite, although I believe it's pretty beautiful. We've met other hikers on the way that said it's a beautiful campsite, but we're kind of done. I'm kind of done, and I just talked to my husband on the phone. I'm so happy. I talked to my daughter. She's excited to see me, so now I must go. But anyway, oh, there comes a big puddle. I'm not getting my feet wet on the last 5 kilometers. No way. And we're hiking through this beautiful birch forest again. I actually like this. Many people wrote online that they think it's a little bit boring, but I like it. I think it looks pretty beautiful. And you hike to the sound of this river. Sun is going down, light is beautiful, mosquitoes are coming out. A billion mosquitoes, can't be wrong. Like, this place is very popular with mosquitoes. So I am at the campsite now, which is like the only campsite in the national park where you can put up your tent. Our initial plan was to go here and then put in the last 5 kilometers tomorrow, which is not going to happen now. We're gonna move on and enjoy the rest of our hike. It's such a weird feeling that this is ending now. I haven't fully processed it yet. So, yeah. And, oh, the best thing, no rain today. Like, my hiking buddy just said it, like, no rain. There was no rain, like almost no rain the whole day. What a blessing.
They started on Sunday and they're already here.
Yeah. Wow. On Sunday. I started on Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, but I had to go back because my husband and kid were with me. They couldn't make it, so I brought them back. Yeah. So I did one patch 3 times. And and then and now they are coming to meet me from the other side, from Abisko. Last bridge, maybe. So we're finally reunited and walking to the finish line together. So, but what kind of cabin do you have? Is there space for more, or is it just for 3 people, 2 people?
There's space there are 4 beds.
But then he can sleep with us, maybe.
Yeah.
If you don't find anything, you can.
I'll have a look. I'm sure I can find
because he saved me multiple times.
Yeah.
Like he was a good hiking buddy.
Yeah.
last meters now. We can already see signs on the Fjällräven. There are these markings here, and there's a river entering the canyon, and it's really beautiful. Look at this blue, bright water. There it is. There we go. Followed by mosquitoes. I can see the finish line. Also, cars. Give me that one. Done!